Hello and welcome back to Stomp City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016, and today it is time for another episode of ECW Revolt as we head into ECW November to Remember. And if you're enjoying the series so far, make sure you drop a like down below, it lets me know, and make sure you subscribed as well while you're down there. And without any further ado, let's just get straight into the episode as we start with a dark match between the Dangerous Machine, which is the new name for the team of Ken Shamrock and Samoa Joe, of course part of the Dangerous Alliance. So we've got the world's most dangerous man and the Samoan Submission Machine, so that's where I've got that name from. And they're taking on a new team. I don't think either of these have been on Revolt before, or even in a dark match, so we're trying them out today. And we've got the team of Doug Williams and Nigel McGuinness, who have been called up from developmental for the night. And yeah, we're just giving them a shot tonight against the champions, of course in a non-title match. And the winners are the Dangerous Machine after Joe tapped out Nigel McGuinness to a Dragon Sleeper. And again, Joe and Ken have excellent chemistry. Doug Williams is not suited to his gimmick apparently. But again, the tag team champions killing it with the ratings. Ken Shamrock with a 90 and Joe with a 93, of course, help with their chemistry. And Nigel McGuinness did alright with a 49 and Doug Williams just below him on a 48. So a possible team to add to the tag team division, the two Englishmen there. Both have the old school British style. So it could be something to look at for the future. But a really good match actually with a 73 B- to get the crowd going. And then we go into another dark match. This time we're going to see Yun Akiyama, the former 0-1 heavyweight champion, take on John Cena, who we haven't seen in a while, and in 5 minutes 36 Yun Akiyama wins with an exploder by pinfall. And Yun Akiyama got a 76, so good rating for him, main event levels. And in fact it's not even main event levels anymore because we're getting 90s from certain guys, as we saw in the last match. But yeah, so upper mid card main event kind of range. And then John Cena still quite low at a 49, and yeah, 69C plus as we go into the main show itself. And we start with a video hyping tonight's main event, and it will be CM Punk versus Lance Storm, and both men are looking to get back on track to the top of ECW. Punk needs to prove himself after coming up short recently, thanks to Raven and Kendrick, of course. Last week he had the ECW TV title shot, and yeah, Kendrick screwed him again. Even in the past they keep screwing him, and yeah, it's getting under Punk's skin now. And tonight he wants to show that he can get the win when needed. And also Lance Storm's return to ECW hasn't gone as planned, and tonight he has the opportunity to show why the fans call him one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. And this got a 60C as we go into the first match of Revolt, and it's going to be Heavy Metal going up against Naomichi Marufuji, two international stars of the junior heavyweight division. Of course, Heavy Metal hailing from Mexico and Naomichi Marufuji hailing from Japan. And today the Mexican luchador has picked up the win after a surprise roll-up in 11 minutes 26, and a big win for him in the junior heavyweight division. And yeah, two stars of the future, I think. And tonight Heavy Metal gets the win, and it's probably deserved because he's got the higher in-ring performance there of 68, Marufuji with a 64. And then we go to Goldberg, Ken Shamrock, Samoa Joe and Paul Heyman in Heyman's New York apartment. Now, we haven't seen in some time, but if you remember, Heyman and Minoru Tanaka used to cut promos from here, and the Dangerous Alliance are now there to cut a promo. And Heyman says the Dangerous Alliance are the most dominant force in wrestling today, and nobody can stop us. I may no longer officially be in charge of ECW, but I still have all the power. And next week we're going to prove it, and we issue an open challenge to any tag team in the entire world. And can you take down the Dangerous Machine, Shamrock and Joe? We already know the answer, but next week we'll prove it. And yeah, an open challenge to any tag team in the world. And I forgot to put it in the promo, but this will be for the tag titles, and it will be Joe and Ken Shamrock defending next week against, well, it could be anyone, so we'll find out who that will be in the next episode. And yeah, 89A promo here from Heyman, and the Dangerous Alliance are really starting to bring in the ratings now. This was based on Heyman's mic work and Goldberg, Joe and Ken Shamrock's popularity, so yeah, they're really starting to become one of the best, if not the best thing in ECW right now for ratings. And yeah, we move on. And a graphic then airs hyping tonight's time trial challenge with AJ Styles and Bryan Danielson, of course the two men that will be going up against each other for the Undisputed Junior Heavyweight Championship. Styles will take on Taka Michinoku, and Bryan will take on Shuji Kondo, of course both men now in the Junior Heavyweight division. And if they win, the wrestler with the quickest time will choose the stipulation for their Undisputed Junior Heavyweight Championship match at November to remember. So all to play for tonight. Both men with contrasting styles, and the winner of this time trial can put the advantage in their favour by setting the stipulation to whatever they choose. And yeah, 49D plus, so not the best, but we move on. And an extremely short match, Shinsuke Nakamura has defeated Black Warrior in 44 seconds, and he's picked up another lightning quick win on ECW Revolt for the third week in a row. And tonight, Black Warrior has been sacrificed to the god of Nakamura, and we've got 58 C- for this one. Nakamura with a 66 rating, so still good for a rookie, and Black Warrior with a 53, so not too bad at all. And yeah, more momentum for Nakamura, and he's really starting to make a name for himself, and who can stop him at the minute? He's on a roll. And then we go into the first time trial challenge match, and to start it's going to be the champion AJ Styles taking on Taka Michinoku, and in 9 minutes 55 by submission, AJ Styles has picked up the victory over Taka Michinoku tonight. Taka with a 57, so he's actually done okay. AJ Styles there with an 81, and this match got the crowd buzzing, and it's actually put in a really good rating there, especially thanks to AJ with an 80B overall. So maybe there's time for Taka just yet. And then we go into the second half of the time trial challenge, and it's going to be Bryan Danielson against Shuji Kondo. And in 8 minutes 39 by submission with a cross-face chicken wing, Bryan Danielson has one-upped the champion AJ Styles and is the winner of the time trial challenge. And Bryan Danielson and Shuji Kondo have great chemistry, so that's good to see. Only a 50 for Shuji Kondo, but a 74 for Bryan Danielson, so that's much better than his recent performances. Of course, the chemistry would help that. But a 72B overall is a solid match, and I think one of Bryan Danielson's best match where he's been the highest performer. He's normally carried a little bit by the rating of the other person, but tonight he's stepped his game up and has carried his opponent to a 72B-, so that's good to see. And hopefully someone that starts to improve a ton before this series ends. And yeah, we carry on. And then we go to a little graphic that just says Bryan Danielson names the stipulation for the Undisputed Junior Heavyweight Championship match against AJ Styles, and that'll be next week. So we're going to see who will go up against Shamrock and Joe, and we're going to find out the stipulation for this match as well. So some things to look forward to, and 56 C- for that one. And then in our main event, with no Raven or Kendrick to be seen, CM Punk has defeated Lance Storm in 6 minutes 36 by pinfall with a go to sleep. And Punk got an 80, so solid performance from him. Lance Storm with a 58. That's sort of the range now for the mid-carders. But main eventer, CM Punk, has picked up the victory and got a 77B overall. So that's a good main event. I'm happy with that. I wasn't quite expecting that much. I thought maybe B-, but Punk has pulled it out of the bag tonight and give us a good rating to end the show. But before we go off the air, CM Punk shakes hands with Lance Storm following a great bout. And then Punk grabs the mic and says, time after time, week after week, Raven and his lapdog Brian Kendrick have stood in the way of my redemption. And now it's personal. Raven, tonight I've proved that without you stepping in my way, I can get the job done. So, at November to Remember, I challenge you to a fight. Punk versus Raven for the TV title under Fight Series rules. And then he throws the mic to the ground and crosses his arms across his chest as he stares into the camera as the show comes to a close. And a big win for Punk tonight, showing that he can get a win when the odds are even. And this is big to show that Punk is still a contender in ECW, and he wants a title match after being screwed last week. And we end the show with a 64C, so not a great promo. I'm not sure why it's quite so low, but we'll see what the overall rating is to finish off. And we got a 79B, so the main event helping that probably. And I think the Heyman, Goldberg, Joe and Shamrock segment gave us a little bit of a boost there. But throughout the card, the matches probably helped us out a little bit there as well. We've had some good bouts tonight. And yeah, we've increased our popularity in 18 regions. And there was a bit of news that happened before the show that I've saved to show you. So Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have split up, and in ECW there's been a cheating breakup. So Boolah McGillicuddy and Tommy Dreamer have broken up after the former was caught cheating with Low Ki. So Boolah's been going behind Tommy Dreamer's back. This is in real life, of course. Well, real life within the sense of the game. And if you remember, we had a storyline recently where Boolah left Tommy Dreamer for Raven, and Boolah is currently pregnant with Tommy's baby in real life, but in storyline it's Raven's. It's all complicated, but yeah, so a lot of drama going on in Tommy Dreamer's life, and life has imitated art, and now she's actually cheated on him with Low Ki, and that has caused Dreamer to hate Low Ki. Scott D'Amore hates Boolah McGillicuddy. He's not with us though, he's off somewhere else, and he also hates Low Ki. But the main one for us that actually concerns us, Low Ki, is now in a hated rivalry in real life with Dreamer. So yeah, might somehow bring this into a storyline, or into the Raven storyline. Maybe Low Ki can go into the Flock. That's a possibility, but we'll see what happens anyway. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you drop a like down below. It helps me out a lot. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss another episode. And why not watch one of the videos that you can see on the screen right now. But until next time, peace.